Hello, my name is Giovanna Ramirez, and this is Karlee, Marin, and we're part of the medical examination team for autopsy of a middle-aged male known as Autobot. And so I'd like to pass it on to my medical examiner to talk about some of the major injuries that came to his cause of death.
Okay, so one of the most major complications he had was nerve damage. This happened in the brain and in the spinal cord. He had a break in his spinal cord. That's what led to the nerve damage. The nerve damage did not allow him. He failed to rule such a vast empire. The Ottomans were known for much expansion. For example, they expanded to the Byzantine Empire, and a lot of the lands where they expanded into, they weren't able to interpret their authority. They weren't able to rule over all their inhabitants of those cities. So this eventually led to the decline of the Ottoman Empire as a whole.
Hi, my name is Hailey. And my name is Lorena. And we're going to be addressing the mouth of Autobot. Autobot spoke Turkish, which was used for administration in his empire. And Autobot's religion was Islam, and he was very tolerant. He taxed other people who follow a different religion. Now we're going to address the gender relations. Autobot was an elite, so his wife had many more privileges and influence. However, other women in society, their only job was to take care of their children and to supply food for the households.
There are many classes to a social structure. For example, men of the pen, which was full of intellectuals, the men of the sword, which was military, the men of the negotiations, which was merchants, and the men of husbandry, which was farmers.
I'm Dr. Dernisha Gibson, and this is my colleague, Dr. Kayla Francis. Today we'll be discussing labor, the trade routes and expansion, and also the military injury of Autobot. Now I'm going to hand it to Dr. Francis.
Okay, so for labor systems in Autobot's empire, slavery was a legal and significant part of it, and it helped the economy and society. Autobot and his empire established or utilized janissaries, which were young boys who were taken from Christian families and used for military purposes. A specific form of slavery was sexual slavery, and to mention his military injury, which was an amputated leg from his days of war.
Okay, now let's talk about the expansion. They expanded far into the Byzantine Empire, and they made Constantinople Istanbul. Because of expanding too much, Autobot has gout, which is a form of arthritis in his foot, which is the swelling of one of your toes. The many expanses led to the creation of new trade routes. Veins transport nutrients and blood. That's exactly what these trade routes did. They allowed for the transportation of goods that the people needed to survive. Many expansions led to the creation of new trade routes. Veins transport blood and nutrients, and that's exactly what these trade routes did. They allowed for the transportation of goods that people needed to survive. Autobot, poor Autobot, he had varicose veins, which means that his veins were enlarged and they were all twisted. This led to his death.
Hello, so we're back again. We're here to discuss about another major injury to Autobot that contributed to his death, which was a slit to the throat. The slit to the throat can represent corruption that occurred in Autobot's realm. And basically, the head of the state no longer agreed with the rest of the body.
And you literally I had a boss.
Okay, and I'll be covering his respiratory system. And as you can see here, he has an arrow puncturing his lungs. Let me go over the lungs. They're part of the respiratory system, and the lungs represented Autobot's empire importing and exporting trade goods. Now, the arrow coming in represents puncture, and represents the resistance against European trade later on. At first, they had a monopoly on the Europeans. Later on, they resisted the Europeans' advancements in weaponry, weapons, and basically weapons overall. So yeah, he suffered from the puncture, and this of course contributed to his death.
As you can see, we left the points on Autobot's body, and Karlee will explain why.
Of course. We left the short on Autobot's corpse because we wanted to show you that he has no money in his pockets. His pockets, as you can see, are empty. This represents his usage of money in warfare. Him and his empire, they were very active in the field, and they spent a lot of time fighting and using weapons. For example, they had much gunpowder weapons. And that sums it up. This is the reason why he has empty pockets is because his economy declined drastically, and this of course led to the downfall and the death of his empire.